welcome to TV3 Library Storytime. Today, the first story is A Pig Parade is a Terrible Idea. Like most children, you have probably thought to yourself at one time or another, I bet a pig parade would be a lot of fun. And yes, a pig parade certainly sounds like fun. It's even fun to say. Go ahead, say pig parade a couple of times. Pig parade, pig parade, pig parade. Fun, right? After all, what could be more fun than gathering a few hundred pigs together for a grand parade and then watching them proudly march together in perfect formation down the finest boulevard of your hometown? The only problem is, a pig parade is a terrible idea. For one thing, pigs hate to march. They prefer to snuffle, which is kind of like walking with your nose. Snuffling is fine when trying to find leftover apple slices and acorns around the barnyard. But snuffling is simply an inappropriate way to conduct yourself along a parade route. Look what happened to this poor pig. He stuck the gum. I hate stepping in gum. And look at it stuck to his snout here. That's just one reason why a pig parade is a terrible idea. He's got lollipops stuck to his cheek. Paper wrappers. Ooh, nasty. Let's get rid of this picture. Also, pigs absolutely refuse to wear majorette uniforms. Even if you are able to find enough majorette uniforms for all of your pigs, which is a very difficult job in and of itself, just try getting those hundreds of pigs to put them on. Well, that's interesting. This pig was so fat, they just tied a bungee cord around him to put it on. They will not do it. Perhaps they consider majorette uniforms unflattering. Nonsense. Everybody looks sharp in a majorette uniform, even pigs, especially pigs. But when you try explaining that to them, they just look at you as if you are speaking a language they do not understand. He really looks like he's determined he is not going to wear that uniform. Again, a pig parade is a terrible idea. Yes, you cannot have a parade without floats. Well, forget it. Pigs don't care about floats. Pigs don't care about all the time and energy you spent creating a Three Little Pigs float or a Wilbur the Pig from Charlotte's Web float. In fact, the only floats pigs care about are root beer floats, which they love. Then there is the matter of music. Pigs have horrible taste in music. If you give a group of pigs marching band instruments to play, do you think they will play good-spirited marching band music? No, they will not. They will play sad, sad country music ballads with titles like, My Tears Are Wet 'Cause My Mud's Gone Dry, and I Just Want to Plop Into This Bucket of Slop. That kind of music is fine for slow dancing at hoedowns, but it is not appropriate for a parade. Face it, a pig parade is a terrible idea. He just smashed his instrument. Look at that. And he's eating the music. It's not going to work with pigs. Finally, there are the giant balloons to consider. Everybody knows that giant balloons are the best part of a parade. Well, who do you think is going to hold all those balloons to keep them from flying away? The pigs, right? Wrong. Even if pigs wanted to hold the balloons, instead of finding filthy puddles on the street to lie in, they couldn't do it. Because while pig hooves are good for digging up wild mushrooms, when it comes to holding giant parade balloons, they are simply not up to the job. They don't have any hands, do they? And what happens when the balloons go unattended? They bump into buildings or simply drift off into outer space, which would be fine for Martians, but awful for those of us trying to enjoy a pig parade here on Earth. This big old balloon took a pig with it, right up into space. So, when you consider the constant snuffling, the refusal, the refusal to wear majorette uniforms, the disinterest in, I think we need to stop.
Poor thing. Oh my goodness.
Okay, let's try to get this over with. I almost made it.
Start at the top again, probably.
Yeah, start that page.
That page.
Yep.
Now?
Yep.
So when you consider the constant snuffling, the refusal to wear majorette uniforms, the disinterest in pig-themed literary floats, pigs' preference for weepy country ballads, and their utter lack of discipline regarding proper balloon handling, it should be absolutely, completely, and totally clear that a pig parade is a terrible idea. A panda bear parade, on the other hand, would be fantastic. Well, at least they have hands to hold the balloons. They're all right with the uniforms, it looks like. I don't know. What do you think, boys and girls? Would that be a good parade? All right. There's a panda eating the plume off of his hat. Oh, dear. I'm not sure that's a good idea either.
No.
Okay, Miss Lisa has a story.
All right, boys and girls, our next story is called Fairy Tale Pets. So think about your different fairy tales, boys and girls, and take a look at these pictures and see if you can tell which fairy tale they come from. Let's find out about some fairy tale pets. Bob lived in a nice, neat hill in a nice, neat house with nice, neat roses. And his dog, named Rex, was friendly and smart. He was very quiet and neat for a dog. Their life was perfectly neat and fine, except they were very, very poor. So if you look in their cupboard here, there's nothing, is there? I need to find a job, said Bob, but what could he do? Then Bob remembered he loved animals, and the neighborhood was full of them. That's it. I'll take care of pets, he cried. Easy! And so that night, Bob and Rex put up posters all around town that said, "Need help with your pet? Then Bob and Rex are here for you. We walk dogs, we cat sit, we house hamsters. No pet too big or too small. Come to the house on the hill." All right. All ready, said Bob the next day, when ding dong, their first pet arrived. Hi, beamed a little golden-haired girl. Could you please take care of my baby bear while I'm on vacation? Boys and girls, you know who this is? Hope you said Goldilocks. A bear? gulped Bob. He had been expecting hamsters and bunnies. Don't worry, said the girl. He is such a sweetheart. And waving goodbye, she skipped away. But then the little sweetheart found his voice. Someone's been eating my porridge. Someone's been sitting in my chair. Someone's been sleeping in my bed. No, stuttered Bob. That's Rex's bed. But in jumped the bear and crack! Look at that poor bed. Oh my, cried Bob, staring at the mess. But the bear didn't care, because now he had a splinter. Wah, wah, wah. Oh, poor little bear. No sooner had Bob got the splinter out when, ding dong, another pet arrived. I'm Jack, said the boy at the door. Can you please take care of Gabby, my goose? Whew, said Bob. That's much easier than a bear. Jack took some beans from his pocket. Take these in return, he said. Beans? Asked Bob as he took the goose in. Okay, boys and girls, you know who he's from? Who is Jack and who's the goose and what has beans to do with it? If you said Jack and the Beanstalk, you were right. Now, where should we put her, he wondered. But Gabby soon found the perfect spot for her nest. Oh, where's she going to take her nest? Somebody's been sitting on my head, grumbled Baby Bear. And look, she's still there. Oh, don't worry, gasped Bob. We'll get her down. But the goose did not want to be moved. She fluttered and flapped, she pecked and she squawked, and suddenly out popped a big, heavy egg. Crash! Good heavens, exclaimed Bob. Too noisy, said Baby Bear. Wah, wah, wah. That poor bear. Poor Rex had barely cleaned things up when, ding dong, no more pets, groaned Bob. With a heavy sigh, he opened the door to see a rather green lady glaring back at him. Here, she said in a growly voice, take these nice, quiet billy goats. No, wait, pleaded Bob. We don't have room for all three. But the goats were already inside. Now, who is this, boys and girls? 3 goats? This would be the troll, right? That lives under the bridge where the goats went across. Here they go. Trip, trap, trip, trap, trip, trap, went their clunky hooves, tipping over teapots, trampling over tables, and ow, ow, they stepped on my toes, squealed Baby Bear. Wow, wow, wow. What a ruckus. Shh, whispered Bob, or you'll scare the goose. But it was too late. Honk, 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 Gabby hooted, and out tumbled several more eggs. They thumped and they bumped and they bashed and they crashed. No, wailed Bob, the house was a wreck. That's it. No more pets. Is the door gonna ding dong? But just when Bob thought that things couldn't get any worse, 3 little pigs skipped up to the house. Our puppy needs a walk, the leader cried. He's real friendly. Honest. Boys and girls, what do you see here? Is this the 3 pigs' dog? Or is this the wolf from that story? Bob looked at the puppy. He was positively huge. I'm sorry, we're full, he exclaimed. But the puppy just opened its big wolfy mouth, full of big, sharp, wolfy teeth, and then it huffed, and it puffed, and it blew the house down. Look at the goats. Yawn. Wah, said the bear. Honk, 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 said the goat. Or the goose. Oh, Rex, gasped Bob. I'm done with pet sitting. But the problem was, what else could he do? Then out of his pocket fell one of Jack's beans. That's it, he says. I'll be a gardener, planting all of the beans at once. Soon they would grow, and then he could sell them at the market, and he and Rex would live happily ever after. Hooray! Cheered Bob with a great big smile. Now, what could possibly go wrong? Take a look, boys and girls, what's coming down that beanstalk. Oh, there he is, reading the story. I hope you enjoyed that. That was called Fairy Tale Pets. All right, boys and girls, so since we've been talking about fairy tales, I have some pictures I want to show you today. And the picture goes with a fairy tale. And I need you to try to guess which fairy tale it is. Let's start off with an easy one. Take a look at this picture. Here is an apple with a witchy hand. Which fairy tale has a poison apple in it? Can you know? If you've said Snow White, you were right. All right, here's another picture. Let's go right here. This picture actually was in our book that I just read. Which fairy tale has a little straw house? Hopefully you said the Three Pigs and the Big Bad Wolf, because he blows that down, doesn't he? Take a look at this picture, boys and girls. Which fairy tale has a glass slipper? If you've said Cinderella, you were right. Oh, here's another picture that was in our story. Look at that. That's a giant bean. What story has a bean in it? I think you said Jack and the Beanstalk. You are correct. This one might be a little tricky. This is a mirror. Several fairy tales have mirrors in them, but this is a handheld mirror. Which fairy tale character holds the mirror and sees her papa in it? If you said Beauty and the Beast, you are correct. All right, this one should be an easy one. What about a golden lamp? Which fairy tale character uses a golden lamp to rub it and get a genie and get 3 wishes? Hopefully you said Aladdin. Okay. This one's pretty easy because it tells you exactly what it is. There's a frog with a crown on its head. Hopefully you said the Frog Prince. Okay, give him a kiss. He turns into a prince. All righty. What about this picture? What fairy tale character takes a basket of goodies to her grandmother? And when she gets there, it's not really her grandmother. You remember that? Hopefully you've said Little Red Riding Hood. Okay, I've got a couple more. Let's go right here. What about this picture, boys and girls? This one tells the whole story, too. Do you guys know this story? It's one of my favorites from when I was a little girl. The Elves and the Shoemaker. Remember, the shoemaker was poor and he wasn't getting much money. The little elves came out and made shoes for him. And then he became a wealthy little cobbler. All right, look at this picture. This looks delicious. But inside this delicious house was a wicked witch, right? You guys know which fairy tale that comes from? Hopefully you've said Hansel and Gretel. Oh, take a look at this picture. This is a great big tall tower that has a window in it. One of our fairy tale characters were locked up inside that window. It was only because of her hair that the prince came and rescued her. Remember who that was? If you said Rapunzel, you were right. Okay, we got 3 or 4 more. Let's see if you can keep guessing. What about this with the broken chair? Now, we just had that in our story today, didn't we? Broken chair comes from Goldilocks and the 3 little bears. This one was also in our story. Take a look at this rickety bridge. Would you want to cross that? Remember who came to the door at the end? The great big green lady? That was the troll. Who went over the bridge? But the 3 billy goats gruff. Okay, we got this picture. Who in our fairy tales wears a necklace that has a shell, And actually in that necklace is her voice. Guys know who that is? The Little Mermaid would be the right answer. All right, here's our very last picture. And this picture actually goes with 2 fairy tales. So on the one fairy tale, the girl in the story touches the spindle's needle right there at the tip. And it puts her to sleep. And then a prince has to wake her up. So if you said Sleeping Beauty, you are right. There's another fairy tale that uses a spindle where there's a little tiny character who takes a girl and tells her she has to spin the straw into gold. Know who that is? Rumpelstiltskin. That's right, boys and girls. All right, if you take a look at all of this, we have a lot of different fairy tales up here. It's a really pretty cool stories that we have, and you can come to the library and get books about all these stories. All right, Miss Kim, do you have another story for us today?
I do. This one is called Strictly No Elephants. Too many pages here. The trouble with having a tiny elephant for a pet is that you never quite fit in. No one else has an elephant. If you look in the windows, boys and girls, you can see different animals here for pets that the children have. A bird, a cat, goldfish, a dog, more dogs. And I have an elephant here. No one else has one. Every day I take my elephant for a walk. His is a very thoughtful sort of walk. Look what he does. He holds the umbrella with his trunk. Keep the rain off of his friend. He doesn't like the cracks in the sidewalk much. I always go back and help him over. That's what friends do. Lift each other over the cracks. Today I'm walking my tiny elephant to number 17. It's Pet Club Day, and everyone will be there. They're all going. Come along, there's a good boy. I coax him the last few feet. Look, he lets him take a piggyback ride across the stones. It'll be fine. When I look up, there's a sign on the door. Strictly no elephants. Uh-oh. My tiny elephant leads me back to the sidewalk, never minding the cracks. That's what friends do. Brave the scary things for you. There they are in the rain. They're both so sad because they were rejected at the pet club. Did you try to go to the pet club meeting too? The girl asked. Yes, I say, but they don't allow elephants. The sign didn't mention skunks, the girl says, but they don't want us to play with them either. They don't know any better, I tell her. He doesn't stink, the girl adds. No, he doesn't, I agree. What if we start our own club? Sounds like what kids would do, doesn't it? Come along, I say, making certain that my tiny elephant follows me, because that's what friends do. Never leave anyone behind. And there they are. Now, these must be the kind that people don't want at their pet party club thingies. A porcupine because, well, he's prickly. And here's a little I don't know what kind
Narwhal.
of fish that's. Narwhal. That's what he is. Thank you, Miss Lisa. And a bat. I wouldn't have a bat in mine. I don't like bats. Yep. Giraffe, he's awfully tall. Be kind of hard to fit him in, wouldn't it? So, and there's the skunk and the elephant. So they're going to their own little party. We can play here, one of our new friends said. All of us. Well, of course, all of us can play. So we paint our own sign. And it says, all are welcome. They include everybody. My tiny elephant will give you directions if you need them. If you want to come too. Because that's what friends do. Friends include everyone. That's how it works. Well, I have one more little story that I've been wanting to read real bad. Miss Lisa knows about that. It's called A Hole in the Wall. Now, boys and girls, as I read this story, you need to watch closely, look at all of the pictures, and see if you can figure out what's going on with this hole in the wall. I think we have just the right amount of time to do this book. A dog saw a hole in the wall. What was in it? Another dog. The dog told his friends, I saw a hole with a dog. The warthog didn't see a dog. The warthog told his friends, the dog is wrong. I saw a warthog. Look at the dog. He's like, oh, so surprised. The lion didn't see a warthog. Look at that. He told his friends, the warthog is wrong. I saw a lion. I bet you've already guessed, boys and girls, what's going on. The elephant didn't see a lion. He saw an elephant. She told her friends, the lion is wrong. I saw an elephant. They all looked so confused and angry. The friends were mad because they each told the others that the other one was wrong. Made them mad. So they all went to the hole. Here we go. And they saw a lion, an elephant, a dog, and a warthog. Do you know what's going on, boys and girls? Everyone was happy because everyone was right. Yay! The hole in the wall wasn't a hole at all. Do you know what it is, boys and girls? Of course you do. It's a mirror. It wasn't a hole at all. I thought that was a fun little story. Had a little mystery with it, didn't it? Well, we did 4 stories today, Miss Lisa.
Yes, we
That's
did.
pretty good, isn't it? I like both of them, or all of them, yes. Okay. Well, we hope you have a wonderful day. We trust you enjoyed the stories today. We'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.